taxation. No donation, no salvation.
And remember, respect is everything.
Okay, people, we are back, and we're going to review something a little different. You see, if you saw my last video, we were going to talk the Dodge Challenger one last time. Because I have a very humble obsession with that car. For those who don't know, the 1970 Dodge Challenger is my dream car that I do plan to own someday because I never give up on anything, especially my dreams. I don't care if I'm 68 by the time I own it. I still want to have that car at some point in my life. I have seen them in person, and they're very beautiful cars. But today we're also going to tell a bit of a story regarding one of my favorite pieces of media from my childhood. You see, I grew up in the 2000s and the 2010s. And right now we're in the 2020s, and good goodness, the 2010s were terrible. I blame the 2010s for the fall of humanity. But anyway, that's completely irrelevant. No, really, the 2010s were terrible. And yes, I blame technology for ruining the youth. Anyway, that's completely irrelevant. I'm just messing around. Don't listen to anything I say half the time because a lot of it's just garbage. Anyway, today we are going to look at something special. This is the collector pack of Driver San Francisco. And yes, that is John Tanner's Dodge Challenger in there. I'm very excited to look at this. So, if you've never played Driver San Francisco, it's quite the experience. What looked like just a typical driving game ended up being one of the best sci-fi thriller, action games I've ever played. So it is a driving game, obviously, but there's a lot of sci-fi element to it. And it's a very interesting story. If you've never played the game, I'm not going to spoil it. And if you love driving games, and if you love 70s, car chase movies and stuff like that, and, recreating famous moments in cinema history for the automotive community, I suggest hunting down a copy of that game if you own the original consoles for it. Though, if you have a good PC, the game is officially abandonware, so if you want to get a hold of it, there's a website. I think it's called Steam Unlocked. They have the game there. Again, the game is abandonware, unfortunately, because it's been pulled from all the digital stores. And I know why. It's because this game featured a lot of cars. There was a lot of cars. A lot of boring cars. For the civilian cars, and then a lot of high-end supercars, sports cars, classic muscle cars. A very diverse car list. There was even some trucks, some buses. No airplanes or anything like that. Mostly just land vehicles. It is a game called Driver, after all, but it takes place in the beautiful location of San Francisco, which is also the capital of the gay community, if you didn't know that. Anyway, let's take a look at this car. So yeah, this is the box for it. Really beautiful box art, by the way. I'm gonna keep the box, but I'll probably display the model outside of it. Or maybe I'll just remove the plastic inserts and keep it in the box. We're not sure yet. Oh, there's a bug on there. I hope you all didn't see that. There was a bug on the plastic. Hopefully it's not anywhere on the car. That table is getting dirty again. And I just cleaned this tablecloth. Or, well, actually it's a curtain, but oh well. Now, this particular collector pack did not come with the game. It only came with just the model car in the box. Which, here, let's put this in the back so it looks all cool and stuff. And that didn't go as planned. Okay, well, here, we'll just leave it like that. Now, I already own a copy of the game, and I do have a PC variant that I'm still working out the bugs. I still have my original Xbox 360 copy. And yes, this game still works. And apparently is also backwards compatible on Xbox One consoles. So if you have an Xbox One or One S or whatever, it is backwards compatible. Just pray that you still have the game lying around somewhere. So because I already had the game, I decided to just put it in there to kind of complete this package. Now let's look at John Tanner's Dodge Challenger, which is kind of the focal point here. I need to get this box out of the way. There we go. Put that back there. Gently bring this over here. See, here is the car. Let's tilt our camera down. Now let's move that out of the way because you can see me in the reflection. I'm very hideous and I don't want to be seen on camera. I probably already ruined that anyway, but oh well, whatever. Sorry, I'm camera shy. Don't judge me, please. I said don't judge me! Sorry. Anyway. So, let's take a look at the car. What is going on back here? My lighting is being all stupid. Oh, that's weird. Yes, here is John Tanner's 1970 Dodge Challenger in a very irritating paint job. Well, the paint job doesn't bother me. It's just what bothers me about it is the vehicle people associate it with. If you're a Transformers fan, you already know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is clearly a custom paint job. I don't know any Dodge Challenger that came in a paint job like this. So this is clearly custom for the game. It comes on this diorama stand, but I don't think it's actually removable. I'm not entirely sure, and I'm not really sure if I'm really willing to find out. When I bought this, I was originally going to just clip off these little plastic pieces in that little mailbox and see if I could get it off this base to display it as just the car, but I kind of like this little stand. I want to see if I can get it off this flocked thing, though, because this could be useful for something else. So I see two cords here. I don't know if they're stretchy, so I want to see if I can get it off the cords. And, you know, we can take a better look at it. So I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to see if I can pull this out. Looks like I can. So I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. Literally baby hands. Kid gloves, I mean. Or, well, I don't know. It's whatever at this point. I don't know. I was a pretty destructive baby once. Because babies are very dangerous, believe it or not. At least to themselves. Because they don't have a clue of half the things they do. Okay, we got it off. So yeah, there. Oh, it's got stuff on the bottom. Interesting. So there's the base. So that's interesting. Let's go ahead and put that back on top of the box, which I think is also magnetized. It is. So we can put that back on there. Let's go ahead and put this back on top of that. I'll probably never use this again, but I am going to keep the box because I love the artwork on it. Anyway, let's take a closer look at John Tanner's car. Now that we've gotten it out of the package. It's very heavy, so it is metal, which is I'm very happy about. But yeah, there it is. This is definitely the shaker hood variant. So for those who don't know what a shaker hood is, it's the little scoop on the hood of the car. Some cars had a flat hood, and then other cars had kind of like a ram air hood. This one is the shaker scoop, because when you would start the engine, it would shake. Because that's why they call it a shaker hood. Because the little scoop in the middle would shake from the vibration of the engine and all that stuff. Or some mechanical guff, I don't remember. It doesn't look like it's removable, which doesn't surprise me. It doesn't look like it's really supposed to be much of anything other than a display model. A very nice display model at that, too. Look at those taillights. That is beautiful. The detail on this car is amazing. It looks like... I don't know if I'm willing to risk taking this thing apart to get that car off of there, because it looks like... Here, does it say who made this? Ubisoft. No, it looks like it's just like a custom-made model by Ubisoft. I don't think it's actually made by any particular toy car brand. And if it is, I need to track them down so I can get a model of this car, so I can have one that actually functions as a model car. But if not, I'm perfectly happy with this one. Yeah, let's take one last good look at the car, and pretty much we'll wrap up this video. And then if I do decide to take it off the base, I'll make an update on it, because I think some of this stuff is glued on there, and I don't want to ruin the nice paint on this thing. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to cover this car one more time because this is kind of what I consider the holy grail of most muscle car collectors. I don't really collect actual automobiles because actual automobiles are expensive, but this is quite the piece. And for some reason they're really rare. Like, I had to get this from the United Kingdom, which is very odd because this is an American car for an American game, and yet for some reason these things are very common in the other sides of the world. So it must have been an exclusive over there. So I guess if you want to find one of these, you're going to have to pay a premium, because I did have to pay global shipping, and then I already paid the heavy price tag for the car, this model here anyway. So who knows? I don't know why it's so exclusive to other parts of the world. It's just very odd to me, but it's something to just keep in mind if you're trying to track one of these down. But aside from that, that's pretty much all I have to say on this. I'm gonna see if I can maybe turn this into a functioning model car. If not, I'm not gonna risk it and ruin the originality of this thing. But we'll see. If I do decide to do it, I'll make an update on it. Okay, so we are back with an update. I was able to get the car off the base. I decided, screw it, I paid for this thing, I'm not getting rid of it, so I can pretty much do whatever I want to it. I was able to get it off the base. It was not easy at all. So, yeah, if you do buy one of these and don't really care to use it for anything like stop motion or, I don't know, roll it around on a table, just because I'm a childish idiot who likes to do stuff like that, just leave it as is. Don't mess with it. But yeah, obviously I like to do animations and stuff where I actually use my collectibles for things. So yeah, I was also able to remove the side mailbox off the side of the car without messing up the paint, thankfully. And this was the back newspaper that was clipped onto the spoiler of the car, which this is where some of the heavy modification had to come in because, well, that newspaper was attached to a little tab on the back of the spoiler. So I had to pretty much break this off. I ended up sanding the spoiler as much as I could, and you probably can't tell, but I mean, you can probably see it. But yeah, I had to sand off the tab. I probably should go back and do it even more, but I'm satisfied with it enough. And then I had to repaint the spoiler because it was pretty much sanded. I just used a Sharpie. I didn't really care. As for the front wheels, oh yeah, there's the hole, the slot where that little mailbox was. So yeah, that sucks. I might try to cut that tab off and put it in that section and paint it before, putting it in there, but I really don't care that much. It's not that much of a deal breaker. So yeah, the mailbox was easy to get off. This part, not so much. But I got it off without actually damaging it at all, really. I just can't remount it to the car. Getting the car off the base was not easy whatsoever, but the biggest modifications I did to the car were to the actual base of the car. I had to break off the front wheels, or I didn't have to break. They're glued in, but if you twist it just right, it'll break the glue seal, and it'll just come right out. Again, this was a very difficult thing that I had to do. I also had to find a metal bar to put the wheels on to act as an axle, and then I just stuck some electrical tape and just stuck the wheels over it so I don't have to glue it or anything. So the front wheels move freely. The back ones, I didn't have to do anything. I just had to break the glue seal. So they're a little stiff. But for the stop motion stuff that I do, it's not a deal breaker. So, and if I wanted to, I can still mount the car back to the base. I mean, I did chip up the paint on these metal posts. They might even be a little off, actually, now that I think about it. Let me see if I can adjust those a little better. Let me see. Yeah, as you can see, I pretty much had to rip them out completely. But if I wanted to, I could remount this to the base. I just gotta find the holes. Let me see. And then just plug that one in. So it'll still mount back onto the base. But obviously I want to use this for stop motion stuff and display it like this as the car. The only part I can't remount is this little newspaper, but oh well, I'm going to keep all this stuff anyway because it's part of the car. In fact, I might even just say screw these tabs. This one's not coming out so easily. Probably because this one's actually in there real good. But yeah, I might just use the base like this. And if I can just get that middle tab out and just say screw these tabs. But I don't know. It might be they might be useful for something in the future. So I'm just gonna leave them as part of the thing. But yeah, you can remove the car. It's just very difficult, and obviously you will have to modify it if you wanna let it roll around a bit, if that's your kind of thing, which for me it is. So I guess this could go like right here. And there's that after the car crashes. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend doing this since this is a very expensive and rare thing to find, but I mean, I bought it for me. I'm not getting rid of it unless I'm dying or about to explode or killed in an oncoming train accident. I don't know. Alright, so there's the update on that. So yeah, it rolls with the modifications I did. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. This is just an extra piece I added in hours later after doing the modifications. But yeah, I really love this car, and I like it a lot better now that I've done these mods to make it a more usable thing. I'm still going to keep the display base. I'll probably just, maybe I'll stick something else on it, or maybe I'll just use it for when I'm not using the actual car. Just put the car on there and, you know, let's put it back to how it was when it came out of the box. Yeah, that's good enough. So yeah, if I'm not using the car, I'll just stick it on like that, and then I'll just have this little newspaper like down here, and then here's the tipped over mail. Actually, the mailbox, I can still just slide that back into that little hole if I wanted to. So yeah, that just go. Well, okay, hold on. Just gotta do it carefully. So yeah, that'll still go back in there. So oh well. So this is just a little extra bit. So thank y'all for watching.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!